Well, there's something strange going on at a popular hangout in trendy Carytown.
Yeah, on any given night, you might hear spooky sounds and see spirits roam the hallways. 8 News reporter Nadine Yanis goes hunting for ghosts at the Bird Theater.
On this Halloween night, we take you to where two ghosts are destined to put on a show.
Some place as old and as historic as the Bird would have to be haunted.
Built in 1928, the Bird Theater has characteristics today as it did nearly 85 years ago, even with the same manager making his rounds, though he died in 1971.
It's sort of fitting that the most commonly seen ghost here was Robert Coulter.
Manager of the theater now, Todd Chalvez, says it was impossible to get Robert Coulter out of the theater even after his death.
Just a week before he died, he was down here one night checking on the condition of the boiler. So it stands to reason, since they couldn't get him out of the building when he was alive, he was still going to hang around even after he died.
Todd says Coulter makes his appearance in the balcony, where he often sat to watch movies.
It's that seat that he's been seen in most frequently. Usually by people that had no idea, just passing through and going, hey, who's the old dude sitting in the balcony? You go and look again, he's not there.
Others also claim Coulter helps close for the night.
I've also heard people say that when they were barring the doors at night, that he would appear as though he were helping, but he was only visible from the waist up.
Because of these terrifying tales, the group Central Virginia Paranormal Investigators checked it out. How haunted is the Bird Theater?
This is high. Very high. Very high, but also very inviting and very friendly.
So not only have we heard about the ghost of Robert Coulter spooking around here at the Bird Theater, but we've also heard of a little girl that haunts the women's restroom downstairs, and that's where we are right now.
There's been several reports of a little girl that's been seen in the bathroom. Obviously concerns because she's by herself. On our investigation, we were able to catch the audio right here in the ladies' lobby.
Did you get lost going to the bathroom?
When the voice was captured, none of us heard it audibly, but it all come back on your recorder during playback. And it's absolutely a little girl.
Nobody knows the story of this little girl, where she came from, or who she is. But Todd knows she's real.
These are both things. Coulter and the little girl are things that have been repeated by multiple people who wouldn't necessarily been able to have had a conversation with each other or fabricate a story together.
Reporting from Richmond, Nadine Yanis, that news.
Story. It might. Earlier today, we took you inside the haunted Bird Theater in Carytown. Real-life Ghostbusters found two spirits roaming the halls. And tonight, 8 News reporter Nadine Yanis takes us to a haunted wedding venue. It's in Chesterfield.
We're now here at Wrexham Hall in Chesterfield County. It was built more than 200 years ago, and there are countless stories that a lady in red haunts these hallways.
Things happen. I mean, things disappear, things reappear, and you can't explain it.
Donna Brennan bought the house in 2002, knowing that a ghost named Susanna Walthall, usually draped in red, often makes an appearance.
One night after a wedding, I heard a voice like, what's going on or something, and I wasn't going to go find out. So that night, I stayed downstairs.
So on a cold October night, chills run up my spine as I walk up to Wrexham Hall, ready for my first ghost hunting experience.
What we have set up here is a 9-camera surveillance system. We also have a handheld camera with an additional night vision adapter. We'll shoot a little bit further in the dark. We have EMF meters.
And all of a sudden it fluctuates. You know, it might go from green to here, to red, to green.
That's when
erratic, then you know. And those are the most fun times.
We set up in the bridal suite where Jackie and her team have made contact with a female ghost before.
Is anyone here with us this evening?
About 15 minutes in, Jackie's camera mysteriously turns off.
No, our camera has powered off and our phones are powered off. What are you seeing?
Other than that, we didn't see much right away, so we ventured into the dining room. They asked questions, hoping to communicate through the EMF meters, and they do.
Can you spike that too?
There we go. Very nice.
It was at that moment I walked out, and ghost hunting for me was over for the night. Jackie and I met up just 2 weeks later to go over the video footage. Do you remember when Jackie's camera mysteriously shut off?
Camera just powered off.
Well, looking back at the surveillance footage, at that same moment her camera turns off, an orb crosses the room. Watch closely. So whether it was Susanna or some scientific phenomenon, you can be the judge, while the lady in red dances through the hallways on this Halloween night. Reporting from Chesterfield County, Nadine Yanis, 8 News.